name's Johnny.
Welcome to my nightmare.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Let me play with this, Daddy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Fear Freaks podcast. I'm Braden.
I'm Destiny.
And we are the Fear Freaks. Happy Wednesday to all you guys. I hope that, as always, you guys are having a great week so far. I honestly thought today was Monday. I was literally talking to Destiny earlier, and my day today was thrown off. Like, during my daytime job, Monday and Tuesday, I normally work at home. So going from literally being in the office every day for the last couple of weeks due to a very busy close to a season, and then we're working remotely Monday and Tuesday, it really did throw me for a loop. So I was telling Destiny today, I was talking to my supervisor this morning, and I was like, hey, happy Monday. And she was like, Braden, it's Wednesday. And I was like, holy shit, it is. We have Fear Freaks tonight. So, Des, what about you? Is this week just been throwing you for a loop or what?
Yeah, because I was sick the last 2 days. So I did go to work for like 2.5 hours Monday, but today was my first like actual day back. So again, I was thinking it was Thursday for some reason though. So I was thinking it was Thursday. You were thinking it was Monday. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
Halfway through the
Yeah,
week.
we're almost there though. We're almost there. So that's good. That counts for something at least. But yeah, I hope that nobody else is thrown off as much as I was. There's nothing worse than being thrown off on something like that. But when I found out it was Wednesday, I was very happy. I was like, okay, because I mean, I almost texted Destiny today too, saying like, dang, this Monday has just fucking sucked. And then even probably you would have corrected me. You would have been like, Braden, the fuck you talking about? What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I would have probably just been like, yeah, I agree. It does suck. This Monday does suck.
Yeah, it's been a day, everybody. So we're gonna try to do this as best as we can here tonight, but I can't promise anything. You know how we get sometimes. So if you guys are new viewers and this is the episode you're tuning into, I heavily apologize, and I hope that we don't scare you away, or I hope that I don't scare you away. I'm not saying that Destiny would, but
I'm not doing anything.
Honestly, of the two of us, I'd more likely be the one.
You come in screaming.
I know.
What is going on, everyone?
What's happening, yo? And Des is always just like, I'm Destiny.
Literally.
That's it. Yeah. Night and day difference. But as we get started, I want to say hello to everyone we got in the chat here tonight. And if you guys are listening to us on Spotify or Apple in the future, hello to you all as well. Thank you for listening. Lamontre, what's going on? Brettman, shout out to the two of you. You guys are always like the first two in here, and we appreciate it. So thank you guys for being here. Brandon, how are you? Gory, what's up? Ashton, Byron, Maddie Baker, what's up? Misael got it. He says it's a cool 60 today in Illinois. Dude, I am jealous. We got a fucking heat wave here in Arizona. 114 degrees today. One of the biggest spikes that Arizona has seen at the end of the summer in like 3 years. And I mean, I literally was telling Destiny this morning, I got outside. It was like 5 a.m. from my run, and the air just felt chill. And I was like, dang, I love this. And then as the day went on, the heat just kept going up and up and up, and literally 114 here in Arizona today. Fucking crazy. I see you guys are talking about Dylan's new Nightmare coming in tomorrow. That comes out tomorrow, I believe, at noon. Noon is when you guys can start watching that tomorrow. Yeah, Brandon, right? What is time anymore? I agree. Antanas, what's going on? Antanas, thank you so much for renewing your membership here on the channel. Saw that you did. Shout out to you. You guys could become channel members if you guys head to the main channel and select the membership tier and everything. And then we got Ben Grimm. What's up? I think I said hi to everybody. I'm making sure Aaron's not in here because I always skip over him for whatever reason. So, Aaron, hello to you in the future because I know eventually you'll be in here watching. To kind of get started, we want to thank all of the Patreons of the channel. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are absolutely awesome. If you guys would like to become a Patreon, you guys can do so in the link right there, patreon.com/Braden Timmons. You guys can join. And then in the link, there's a link in the description box tonight. We got merchandise. We've got Sally merch and Fear Freaks merch. I got a 25% off of your order going on right now if you use the code BAT merch. That will be in the link. That'll be running through, I believe, next week. So if you guys want to get some Fear Freaks merch or Sally merch, you guys can do so in the link below. But Destiny, how are you doing this week?
You know, like I said earlier, sick, but I'm better now. So that's a good thing. So I'm pretty all right.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, a little tired, not going to lie.
A little tired. Yeah.
A little bit.
You know what? I'm going to let my dog in because otherwise he's going to freaking keep barking. So just give me 1 second.
Chatty, get them freaking spoons away from me. Don't come in here with that bullshit. Okay, pasta. Rosie, hi. I think you just joined. Chad and Rosie just joined.
Chad, what's going on? How's it going? Rosie, what's going on? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in here. Chad says someone looks toasted already. Didn't the show just start? And we're not even doing a drink along tonight.
I'm not even toasted. I just have orange eyeliner on. That's probably what it is.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Maddie says, puppy. Oh, did you guys see him jump on behind? Like you guys can see. He's hard to miss, honestly. He's freaking black and white. So he walks right by and he's mostly white. So, you could see you could see his white side just walk right by. But yeah, he's adorable. If he's still in here in a little bit, maybe I'll hold him up because at one point I guarantee he's going to be scratching at my chair. So, I mean, he does that while Des and I play Xbox literally all the fucking time. It's ridiculous. But hope that you guys are all doing well. So tonight we are going to be discussing what?
I watched movies.
Well, I was going to get there after I announced the topic.
Why? No.
Okay, fine. You know what?
Gotta jump in our world of horror.
Destiny, what is within your world of horror this week? What's happening?
This week I have 4 movies to talk about. Very exciting stuff. I'm trying to get back into watching movies for the rest of the year. And for the first movie, I finally watched Zodiac after many people told me to, which I enjoyed very much. I'm glad I did. Robert Downey Jr., Jake Gyllenhaal, and oh my God, what's his name?
Mark Ruffalo.
Thank you. All I can think of is Maddie from fucking 13 going on 30. I'm not even thinking Thor. Anyways, so
Thor,
we got all
he's
3
the
of
Hulk.
them. Oh, why did I say that?
Well, because he's in Thor Ragnarok. That's probably why. He is in Thor for sure, but yeah.
One of the best parts of that movie. Anyways. Oh my God, that's crazy. I just looked over. Thor Ragnarok is right there.
Wow.
On my list. How'd I get there? Okay. So Zodiac. Very good. It is a little bit of a long movie, but it's totally worth it. I enjoyed it very much. And I wouldn't say, I definitely was I don't want to say like a true crime junkie, but I did watch true crime and I do find that pretty fascinating. So I don't watch a lot of these sort of procedural type movies, but I think I should because I would like them because I like true crime stuff. Well, I find it interesting. I don't like it. I don't like that people die. But watch that. Then watch Jurassic World. We watched that together, which I did enjoy. Not as much as some people, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty okay. Not really much to say about that, honestly. And I watched Perfect Blue on the last drive-in since I did miss that episode. And the movie's quite good. I've seen a lot of people compare it to like Black Swan, even though this did come first. So people compare it to like Black Swan. I think the director said that like Requiem for a Dream like stole it or whatever, which I also haven't seen that. So it was kind of like a little bit confusing for me. I did have to like Joe Bob explained it, which I'm glad that he did because I didn't really understand the ending. Well, a little bit, but I was just like, what the fuck's going on? So it was pretty crazy, but I'm glad I watched that as well. It is like a animation horror movie, so it's pretty cool. And then for my last movie, I watched Ringu, the original Ring, which I did like. I think the American version is better though. Maybe it's also because I grew up with that version, but I find it to be more effective. It's just not that scary, and I was hoping it would be scary because like I watched it with all the lights off last night, and I was like hoping to get scared, but it didn't really scare me that much, except for one scene. Because she like whispers, and instead of saying like 7 days, she says 1 week or like a week, which is like different. And there's not that sort of like there is a countdown with the 7 days, but I feel like it's not as impactful as the American remake. In the ending, oh my god. A little bit of a spoiler alert for the ending. I won't give everything. I mean, if you've seen the American remake, you've pretty much seen it. You kind of know. But okay, this is her final day. What do? They go down into the well, and instead of, this is life or death situation, instead of just like diving in and like searching for her, how they do in the American remake, they are getting buckets of water and she's pulling them up on like a rope. It literally looks like Silence of the Lambs for a second because they're like lowering this bucket to like dump out the water in the well. Bitch has an hour left and they're fucking still doing the buckets. I was like, oh my God. So that part really did bother me because I just felt like that's not what you would do. If you know there's a chance she's going to die, you would just swim in the nasty ass water. But yeah, besides that, I did enjoy everything else. It is almost, not beat for beat for the American remake, but a lot of the story is the same. There's like a little bit of differences, which I like. But yeah, that part, I was just like, there ain't no fucking way. Come on now. You wouldn't do that, but everything else was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm seeing here in the chat. So Brandon says, can we get some more audience questions from Destiny or you, Braden, on the next Q&A stream? Make sure that we take a note down for that, so that way we get more audience questions. I thought that we got to a good portion of them last time.
Well, no, I think he's saying can like maybe more questions from us
Oh,
I
from
was
us for
asking
the
questions.
audience.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like everyone.
Sure. Yeah. No, I can definitely make sure. And honestly, we'll try to do that tonight. Tonight's a really good topic to start that. So I will keep that in mind, Brandon, throughout the stream. I think that's a great suggestion. I always do like to hear from you guys as well. You can watch old last drive-ins? Question.
Yeah, they're all, well, not all of them. If Shudder like loses the rights to a movie, that episode does get taken off of The Last Drive-In as well. But they upload all those episodes onto like seasons. So there's like season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on The Last Drive-In.
Mm-hmm.
And even on the segments that are removed, you can watch just Joe Bob, and it's just his segment. So you can like match it up with the movie if it's like streaming somewhere else, and you can kind of make your own Last Drive-In episode with it. But for the most part, they are on there still.
Nice. Before I forget, since I do have them, I'll show Juice to everybody. And Maddie was saying it earlier. So this is Juice, everybody. This is
He
him.
came in like,
I know he always does. He always has such a weird look on his face. But this is him. He's adorable. We love him to death. And yeah, I'm gonna put him on my bed now. So there you go, buddy. But yeah, he was asking he was asking to come up as he rudely interrupted Destiny, and she was like, "Mm-mm." Uh, but Brother Fluff, what's going on? How are you? How are you doing tonight? But yeah, so jumping into what I did here this week with horror, watched Halloween 2018. We did
I
watch
did as
that.
well.
Oh, you forgot to put that on Letterboxd, huh?
I think I was just looking at my new watches. I didn't even think to check like my diary. Oh, that's the only thing I missed anyway, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah. So Halloween 2018, we watched that. And then also Jurassic World. Watched that on Sunday night, which is technically horror because of the dinosaurs. It's like a creature feature. So
I don't think you have to explain it to anyone. Look, it's horror.
just saying. I don't know.
And if anyone wants to fight about it, we will.
Let's go. It is horror. So yeah, watch Halloween 2018 and Jurassic World were my two watches this week in terms of horror. But anyway, tonight, oh, what's up?
Before we get to the topic, the amount of similarities that Halloween 2018 and Jurassic World have, they're crazy. First of all, Judy Greer, both named Karen. What are the odds? She's a mother. We're kind of going through and watching the movie. What else was there? This is kind of like, not like a requel, but it is like a movie to previous movies in a way. Like it's already, it's a built-in world. There's definitely more stuff.
They both pay homage to the originals.
Yeah.
In quite a few ways, actually. There's nostalgic elements in each of the movies. They're both housed at Universal. So, yeah. I will say, though, I think Halloween it beat Jurassic World on characterization for a fact. So, Halloween 2018 did at least. Not the other ones. But,
no. But at the end of the day, I think I rate them the same. No, actually, that's not true. I did have Halloween 2018 at a 3.5 into the last watch. I moved that to a 4, but then I put Jurassic World at 3.5. So, yeah.
Brandon makes a good point here. A dangerous predator escapes into the public and kills people.
See, are they not? Their core bases, are they not the same movie?
They're both fighting unstoppable beasts.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah. All good stuff. I mean, I think that this is
Would that make Laurie Strode be the T-Rex? Would she be the T-Rex of the movie?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Missile. Two Jurassic World's a 2.5 for you? I need confirmation on this because I'm going to disagree for a fact. Gave that a 4 out of 5, baby. I think
Jurassic even that's being a little bit too nice. Or the Raptor, because they're one and the same. No, the Raptors would be Corey Cunningham.
Yeah. Blu-ray says, you guys watch any good TV shows lately? I mean, with shows, no, I don't think. I mean, we're watching. She's getting me through Bob's Burgers right now, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm not really good at watching new shows. So anytime I'm watching a show, it's either Bob's Burgers or That 70s Show. Maybe Criminal Minds. Yesterday, I was like, should I watch Criminal Minds? And I didn't. I was watching movies instead, but I really wanted to. But it's usually a show I've already seen 1,000 times.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I also just started The Simpsons from the very beginning. So I'm literally like, that's like my at night when I'm laying in bed type of show that I've just had on is The Simpsons from episode. It's honestly the first season. It's not great. Like, because when I started watching The Simpsons as a kid, like I came home and my dad would like put on Fox and that's what was playing and everything. Mm-hmm. And so I just kind of like jumped in. I think that's also how he got into it. He just kind of like jumped into it and that's like what was on each night for dinner and all that stuff. And Yeah, I just think, and I was telling Destiny this too, because we're watching Bob's Burgers, and Bob's Burgers, in terms of like Family Guy, The Simpsons, all the animated stuff, Bob's Burgers really does have the best characterization in terms of the likableness of the family as a whole. So Bob's Burgers honestly does beat them there. Now, in terms of like, and Bob's Burgers is uh, very smart with how they craft their, dirty jokes. They're not as out there. Like Family Guy tries to be as crude as possible, and they try to make it apparent. And The Simpsons is also kind of the same way. Family Guy definitely overdoes it the most, but yeah, not overdoes it, but you know what I mean. Like it's
It's
funny,
definitely
yeah.
out there.
But
No.
yeah,
Bob's Burgers, it's much more subtle, but I think that's what makes it funnier is like I can rewatch episodes I've seen so many times and I'm still picking up on like jokes because they're so like fast and almost like understated. Especially if it's like Tina or something, someone who's more subdued, like the jokes are usually just like simple or just more of like their reactions.
hmm
And like that's what makes it funny. But
yeah,
characterization wise, 100%. And you know why? It's because Bob's Burgers, it's a family that actually likes each other.
yeah,
They don't all despise each other or hate a character, or it's not like the husband hates the wife and the wife hates
yeah.
the husband. It's a loving family. And that's why it's the best show
No,
in the
I mean,
world.
it's definitely not like Family Guy, like how Meg is easily the most hated out of the whole family and
I
everything.
know.
Like
They're so mean to her.
they make it very apparent about that. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. And The Simpsons, it's got some good moments and stuff. But the first season is just kind of like I'm getting through it, but I've like actually been able to easily fall asleep to it each night. But later seasons, like I know that there are episodes throughout it that I really like that I'm looking forward to getting to. But yeah, it's fun to kind of now watch a show that I've watched constantly growing up from start to hopefully. I mean, this bitch is 36 seasons right now, so that's insane. And when are we getting the Simpsons movie 2, yo? That's my question. I really do want to see a sequel to it.
Yeah, I mean, we just got the Bob's Burgers movie last year. I think it was last year, maybe the year before that. So maybe soon.
Maybe. I hope so, because in 2007 they like at the very end credits, like they came up and Homer ate the disgusting floor popcorn, and then Maggie's first word was sequel. That's what she said. So it's like, come on, let's go, y'all. We've been waiting. Like they're probably gonna wait till the 20-year mark or something like that till they do it. So 2027,
4 years.
4 more years. But yeah. But anyway, okay. Chat. I see you guys are being great. Misael says that he switches between The Simpsons and Batman, the animated series. So yeah, that's all. What's Batman streaming on? I gotta check that out too. I gotta get on that. I love that growing up, so I'd love to do that. Aaron, what's going on, buddy? Braden and Destiny, have you seen Ghost Watch or what's that? What's
I think it's just the
WNUF?
WNUF.
Oh, Halloween special. No, I have not. I may have asked this before. Sorry, I don't think you did. Have you seen either of these?
No, but I'm looking up the Halloween special thing. Okay, so I've seen the cover for it because it was on Shudder and it like has like a little boy on it. And I don't know if it still is on Shudder, but if it is, I wanted to watch it. Because it looks something like right up my alley. It looks quite interesting. But Ghost Watch, I have not seen that. Oh, I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
Dang.
Oh wait, let me look at it. I guess you can rent it. Well, there we go.
Gory says that Maggie's first word was daddy. Well, at the end of the Simpsons movie, Marge says her first word. She's like Maggie's first word, and then she says that. So maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point in the show yet, so I have no idea. I'll see. But sorry if I got that wrong. I was just going off of what Marge said at the end of the Simpsons movie. But okay, we're 25 minutes in. We might as well get into our topic now. So our topic for tonight is top 10 spooky fall movies to watch. So we each compiled 10, and yeah, we're gonna go through some of these. So in order for time's sake, some of them we may have to watch how long we ramble on about, but yeah. Des, you want to get started?
Yeah. Are we going into number 10?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, did we both have similar honorable mentions? Did you want to mention the Cartoon Network series or anything like that?
I mean, we can really quick.
Yeah.
First honorable mention, it's Scooby Doo. Specifically for me, it is Scooby Doo. Where are you? I absolutely love that show, and that's definitely what I think like started my love for like horror, or at least like creepy things. Because I mean, I was watching Scooby Doo, like that was one of my earliest birthday parties was Scooby Doo themed, so I've loved it since I was a kid. Absolutely love Scooby Doo, still do to this day. Yeah.
Scooby Doo. That's a great one, of course. The next one for me for Cartoon Network, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I mean, that's definitely got spooky vibes written all over it. I used to love that show growing up. And man, I just want to take a moment and say Cartoon Network was the shit growing up. And then I don't know, man, like entertainment just really, it's sad when you see that animation of like what Cartoon Network used to be compared to like what it was before it officially just collapsed. But yeah, so Courage the Cowardly Dog for a fact. Denise, what's going on?
Hello. All right, and I guess for both of our last honorable mention, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Absolutely love that show growing up, especially Mandy. I feel like I just related to her a lot. And I had the blonde hair at the time too. So, and it was really cool to see because usually characters like that were always like dark headed because they're more like the gothy type person. So it was like fun to see a blonde headed girl that wore like a pink sort of like dress, but also just be super like, you know, like blase
Mm-hmm.
about everything. Loved her so much. Love that show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, me too. I thought that it was great. I mean, the Grim Reaper was freaking obviously. I mean, he was my favorite. Grim was my favorite character in that show. But it just the whole thing is I just miss it so much. I miss coming home and like watching those like on repeat like all the time. So it was either that or it was that in the afternoon or SpongeBob that was always on. And I would literally, and so because Nickelodeon was channel 46, Cartoon Network was channel 47. So I would just go back and forth between 46, 47, and it was so easy. So yeah, I do not remember Martin Mystery on Nick. I don't.
No, I do not.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Brooke, what's going on? Welcome in.
Hi, Brett.
um, okay, so Des, get us started with our numero 10. And is this in any sort of order, or is this just like,
No, not really. I
yeah,
just
I
kind of
didn't,
put them down.
yeah, so did
There's
I.
definitely some on here I love more than others,
Yeah.
but yeah. Okay. So for my number 10, I have Monster House. This movie, I want to say I might have seen this in theaters. I feel like I can almost remember seeing it in theaters. And I remember this movie used to scare me. The old man terrified me when he sort of has his heart attack. Scary when the house becomes the monster. Terrifying. But the ending of the movie is actually like really good, and it actually ends like sweetly. But for an animated like kid movie, it definitely has its moments. Definitely pretty scary and effective. That's why I was laughing.
I said numero 10.
Yeah, you said numero
Hey, I
10.
am definitely the master at freaking bouncing between the Spanish and then the just transitioning it to English for what I don't know. So
Yeah, you did really great with the two words.
thank you. I appreciate that. Um No, honestly, what I think I'm going to do, if you have it on your list, I'm just going to talk about it. That's on my list as well. That's my number 7 on my list is Monster House. But it is on the list. So yeah, I honestly, we had a Halloween party one year. I saw this in theaters, and we had a Halloween party. It came out right around the time, like the next year, like when it came on DVD, because I think this came out in the fall as well. But either way, we had a Halloween party, and literally we put this DVD in, and it was on repeat all night. It was the only movie that played all night at the Halloween party, along with the music. Hold on, let me let Juice out, otherwise he's gonna freak out. Sorry, people. But yeah, Monster House is fantastic. I think that this movie, it definitely is a big part of my childhood and why I even love horror to date. And this is like really a great form of like horror animation as well, or spooky animation, I should say. One of my favorite lines is when the kid had his ball. He was like, "I paid $28 for that ball." Like, I
The kids
loved
in
it.
there are so funny.
Yeah,
I
they
do.
really are.
Yeah, this is one I haven't seen in. I watched it not too long ago. I say that, but it's probably been like 4 years since I've seen it last. But before that, I hadn't seen it since like I was a kid. But I do own the DVD. I think I got it from Walmart a couple years ago. So I definitely plan on watching that this year. I meant to last year, and I don't think I got around to it. But this year, it's happening.
Yeah, it truly is a good fall atmospheric movie. And honestly, the end when the house actually comes to life and is like chasing after them, the animation on it is really, really good. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
the whole
fucking
movie it
scary.
is. Yeah, it is quite
Its
scary.
mouth,
Yeah. And
terrifying.
doesn't it turn into like a big like ball or something like that? And it's like hands are like, I just
I think,
remember
yeah,
I remember a shot of it, like it's a wide shot and you just see it like crawling like at them, and I'm just like, dude, crazy.
crazy.
So yeah,
All right,
Monster House is on both of our lists.
all right. Do you want to go? You want to bring up one?
Sure. So for me, actually, I'm gonna put a little check mark on my phone here of what we've talked about. There we go, green check mark. Okay. So for me, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. I absolutely love Beetlejuice, and I'm so excited for Beetlejuice 2. It's one of my most anticipated films of next year. We've got Tim Burton coming back behind the camera and the cast. Michael Keaton in this movie is so great. And I just think, what's there to say about this movie that hasn't been said about it? Period. Just like, besides the cast is awesome, it's got a lot of great jokes. It's got obviously a spooky atmosphere. Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it was on my list as well. Absolutely love this movie. I've seen this movie so many times as a kid. My stepmom was a huge fan of this movie, so we watched it many times whenever I was at my dad's house. The freaking sets are amazing. The freaking, because you really feel like you are in like a different world whenever like they are dead. And I remember watching that opening as a kid, and like every freaking time, like it's almost like I forget what's going to happen and like forget that they die. And that moment when they realize that they're dead, it's so great. And you have the family that moves in, and you have freaking Winona Ryder. Lydia is probably my favorite character of hers, because this is like whenever I think of Winona Ryder, this is the character I think of, because like this is the one that stuck with me as a kid. So she's absolutely fantastic. Everyone is great in the movie. That is one of my favorite scenes. I love listening to the song just like normally because it's so great. But Beetlejuice, amazing, wonderful movie, and I
Yeah,
am excited for the sequel. It's one of those things. I remember seeing like fan made posters for years, and people talked about there being a new one. And I was just like, there's no way, like a Beetlejuice 2 after all this time. And then sure enough, here we go. And those clips, or not the clips, the pictures of like Jenna Ortega on set and then Winona Ryder on set. Like it almost feels like it's not actually happening. It's kind of crazy. But I'm ready for like a trailer, just something to like really be like, it's coming. Like for real, it's coming.
Yeah, and honestly, thank gosh that they are sticking with a fall release for that movie, man. It makes me so mad when there are properties that, I mean, granted, if you're going to put them out earlier in the year. Don't put like a project out in like July. I mean, I guess there's some horror movies that do it because it just fits in depending on what's up and coming like movie-wise for the fall. But there's a couple movies like Disney's Haunted Mansion that I feel like would have been better off this year coming out in the fall than in July, like around the time where Barbie and Oppenheimer that came out 1 week after Barbie and Oppenheimer came out. So it's like
Well,
Disney placing that there. I mean, I just don't think it was smart. I feel like they're a few months out from September or October. They should have done something like that. But Beetlejuice 2, I feel like, is going to be very successful, not only because this is a movie that people have been waiting for a long time, but they also placed it. I think it comes out like mid-September next year or something like that. That's right when the fall is getting started. Pumpkin spice is going to be back at Starbucks. It's going to be in the swing of things. I think that they've got a really great slot for that to set it up for success. So
I agree.
oh, I didn't think about that, Missile. Maybe it'll be on Disney Plus for October. But yeah, I just think that. But I feel like for a theatrical release, I feel like it would have been better off for a fall release. So yeah, but Beetlejuice, it's on both of our lists. Obviously, it's a great movie. There's so much to love about it, and yeah, what's on your list next?
Next I will go with, I know Ben mentioned it earlier, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This one might be riding the line because I feel like this does push like more horror, but light horror compared to, something like some of the other movies on this list. Um, but I absolutely love Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I remember my first watch, I was like a little bit let down because I was such a huge fan of the books as a kid. I remember reading those in elementary school, and a lot of the stories freaking stuck with me. And so when they announced this movie, I was so excited. And I guess it was more of like the way the stories were told, like the movie itself, like the sort of like layout of the movie kind of threw me off a little bit. But that being said, I still watch this every single year for October. I think it has great atmosphere. It's like the sort of like late 60s sort of vibe going on. The music is great. Lana Del Rey covered Season of the Witch for this song, and her cover is absolutely beautiful because I love that woman. The effects I think are pretty great. Some of it's CGI, but the practical stuff is so good. And I like the characters. So overall, like, I don't know, my first watch I found it disappointing, but I go back to this movie so often, and I just watched this with my brothers. I think it was like last month because our internet was down. So we watched this movie together, and my mom was watching it too, and everyone was enjoying it. So it's a great movie for just like family, but that kind of like pushes the limits like a little bit,
Yeah.
It's a little bit scarier than some stuff.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Rosie, I'm glad that you brought this up because this one kind of goes. I mean, yes, it is horror and everything, but it also really does. It has a nice spooky atmosphere. It makes you want to light a candle and everything because Trick or Treat is on my list. I absolutely love Sam. I think that the fall atmosphere and the vibes and everything is all there for something that you would want in a good, spooky, atmospheric movie. I think that it does a great job at representing the holiday and everything.
I did not put Trick or Treat on my list because it did not follow my requirements. Okay. Well, is that the movie you wanted to talk about?
Huh?
Was that your movie that you're going to talk about?
That's all I'll say about it because I couldn't think of another one that I wanted to put on, so I put Trick or Treat on my list just because.
All right. All right. Well, I guess I'll go
That's
again then.
that's the only one on this list that is like
Horror.
that horror-ish. I saw her
That is
face
a
as
horror movie. Scary Stories is
I
on the darker
saw
side.
I saw her face as I started talking about it, and she was like, so I'm like, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Next on my list, I have the Adams Family / Adams Family Values. I went ahead and just combined both movies for this one. This is my favorite what's it called? Not adaptation, but sort of like I guess version of the Adams Family. Even though I have not seen like the original show, I've only seen clips of it, so I guess that's not really fair. But this is like pretty much the only version that I know. I know there might be like another movie, like a reunion movie, and the costuming for it looks awful. So like I don't even care. And I did watch Wednesday, which I did enjoy. I kind of also felt like it was a little bit too like teeny bopper-ish. But for the most part, I did like it. But the Addams Family, I think they were able to capture almost like the perfect version of every character. Like this Wednesday, Christina Ricci is my favorite Wednesday. So yeah, I think the family, pretty much everyone is perfectly casted, and they're just really fun movies. And I love the family so much. So
Nice,
yeah.
very nice. Next one on my list is Harry Potter, the entire franchise. I think it gets more spooky as it goes on with Hogwarts Castle. I mean, there's a lot that you can do there. Harry Potter fits really well on both fall and winter lists because obviously, like the movie has great winter vibes as well. But for the fall, I mean, the first couple movies are definitely very atmospheric for the fall, especially when they're in the forest and they've got the spiders in the Chamber of Secrets. I'm not going to say anything much because Destiny and I are eventually going to watch all of those from beginning to end. And we definitely need to do that before the series comes out for HBO or for Max, excuse me, not HBO Max, but yeah, they were my favorite books growing up. I read each of them as they came out, and then as the movies came out, I would read them again in the order in which. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely love Harry Potter. It was a big part of my childhood, and I still love the franchise to date. So yeah, you could say that I'm amped for the Harry Potter TV series. So.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. You got Gail's list. Good pick. Heck yeah. Cool. All right, you're up, Des.
All right. Next I will go with Ghostbusters. Now I have not seen this movie in a good while, and I definitely need to rewatch it this year. But again, cast is absolutely wonderful. The effects are so amazing. Some of them, a little bit questionable, but that's a part of it. It's great. The freaking Ghostbusters song, are you kidding me? Great song. It will be stuck in your head forever, though. So,
Essential
exactly who
for
you're gonna call. Exactly. The ending, wonderful. Also Zombieland when they're reenacting Ghostbusters. Absolutely love that scene of that movie. So yeah, Ghostbusters. Just a fun, good time. I have not seen the second one though. And I've only seen the first one, so I haven't seen anything else. I guess I'll just say that.
nice. I'm gonna bring that up in a second because Ghostbusters is also on my list as well. But Brandon says Harry Potter Marathon Watch Party series.
Mm-mm.
Should we do it live?
No.
Each of them live.
No.
And then which house are y'all in? So Brandon's in Slytherin. Des, what's your house?
Freaking Hufflepuff.
Team Hufflepuff. I'm also a Hufflepuff. What's up? Yeah.
I wanted Slytherin.
Honestly,
Like
take
a
the test
snake.
again. Maybe you will get Slytherin the next time.
This time I'm gonna cheat.
There you go. She is a Slytherin right there. So
I'm gonna make sure of it.
minus 5 points to Slytherin for cheating. So Gryffindor
Wow.
are NPCs.
Oh wait, okay. Never mind.
Gryffindor. Yeah, you're a Hufflepuff. Don't worry.
I was gonna say,
I think
whoa.
Misael's a Hufflepuff too. I'm not gonna lie. What's your guys's? There you go, Brandon. What's your guys's chat? If you guys know your house, what is your guys's house? Love comment that below. Let us know. I'm curious. Ghostbusters is on my list as well. I think that it's a fantastic movie. I mean, like you said, the theme song is great. The cast is outstanding. I haven't seen the first one in a couple years. Haven't seen Ghostbusters 2 in the longest time. The 2016 remake, I really don't like that much, and it's not even for any of like the wrong reasons. I just didn't think that it was necessary. I think the cast is great in it. I think that it's got Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig.
Love her.
Who's that?
Huh?
Oh, you love Kristen Wiig?
Yeah. Well, honestly, both of them. Look, if you're in Bridesmaids, I love you, and I will support you and whatever. I just haven't watched the movie, but love them.
And then it's got the two from Saturday Night Live. I can't think of their names right now.
Is Weird Barbie? Is she in that movie?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. Yeah, she's one of the main ones. But yeah, I thought that like the cast did fine with what they were given. But I just didn't really enjoy it. Now, Ghostbusters Afterlife, completely different story. I enjoyed the shit out of Ghostbusters Afterlife. It put the biggest smile on my face. A lot of really great references to Ghostbusters, the first movie. It's got Finn Wolfhard, Paul Rudd. The cast is really good. The effects is great. I can't wait to see what they do with the sequel. I hope that they don't dick it, man, because the first one was, I really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. I know Des has to see that one for sure, but yeah, great time. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brett. What clip do I want to use here tonight? You know what? I'll use our new one. Why not?
Jason, you found Damon.
I need more money, Steve.
Billy.
I need more money.
Only $2, Brett, man. What the hell? No, I'm totally kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, Ghostbusters is absolutely great.
Oh fuck. Sorry. Okay. I forgot that we were like doing these on like a list, and then I just got on Twitter. Okay, for my next movie, I have
Agreed.
A Nightmare Before Christmas, because it is a wonderful Christmas and Halloween movie. Again, Tim Burton. I absolutely love the world that is built here. I wish I could live somewhere like Halloween Town, or not Halloween Town, what the fuck. And actually, I'm not going to say too much about that because we'll talk about that later. But I absolutely love A Nightmare Before Christmas. I think Jack Skellington is wonderful. Yes, Misael. I love Jack and Sally. I love the music. It's so good. This is Halloween. I was listening to that the other day. I was in the car with my mom, and we were singing the song. I remember at one point, this was like Ryder's favorite movie, and he would just say, like, I want to watch Jack Skellington. He wouldn't call it by its name. It was called Jack Skellington. And I had like a little stuffed like animal version of like Jack Skellington, and he loved it. But yeah, great movie. So much fun. Absolutely love the sort of growth that Jack goes through. And I like that he's sort of like this like depressed sort of man for like a while. They're like, what's wrong with him? And, he's just sad and mopey until he learns about Christmas and Santa Claus. And yeah, great movie. Wonderful. And the freaking claymation, absolutely insane. Do you remember that episode of iCarly when Spencer is trying to do that claymation like short? and he has to like move it and then picture. So like
Yeah.
I think about that episode while I watch these movies because it's fucking crazy. I don't understand it, but what a wonderful job that they did.
Nightmare Before Christmas is also on my list. I mean, I feel like that's an essential one. I bought in 2018 when they did the re-release on Blu-ray for the sing-along edition. I actually did buy it, so I have the sing-along edition on Blu-ray. I mean, honestly, maybe we'll have to do a live karaoke night with
Don't sign me up for that.
I'm gonna sign Destiny up, and it's gonna be the sing along edition, and we'd get copyright claimed anyway, so there you go.
Oh, rats.
Destiny's like, damn it. No, but Oogie Boogie is like one of my favorite characters of that. I just like love the way that he like does his dances and everything, like, or the way that he moves.
So nasty, though.
Think that Oogie Boogie is great. So yeah, the Nightmare Before Christmas is iconic for so many different reasons. I mean, it's got a great soundtrack. It's got just great characters. It's got great spooky vibes for an animated for a stop motion movie. I mean, it's really well done. But yeah, I think that it's great. So Nightmare Before Christmas is also on my list.
All right. Let's see. Next, let's do Coraline. Again, a movie I've not seen in a while, but it is on my list to watch this year. I'm starting in September, so I'm excited to give that another watch. I watched this the last time. It was when Hurricane Harvey hit here in Texas. So it was in 2017 last time I watched it. But the animation is so beautiful, and I love Coraline as a character. She is so good, and the other mother is still terrifying. And I saw I think it was like pictures of like what she was supposed to look like originally or something like that. It might have been on TikTok or something, and it actually looks like really freaking scary, like way scarier than what we see, and her hair was like going crazy and everything like that. But yeah, Coraline, wonderful movie. I love the cake. I love the cat. I think the characters they're great. The dad, I feel bad for the dad. He just looks so miserable. And the other mother, what a wonderful, wonderful, spooky woman. I love her, but I also hate her. See, no, never mind. I don't say it.
And you're going to be very happy to know that I am replacing Trick or Treat on my list with Coraline. So there you go. I have now gone full circle, everybody. I now have just as many. I had Coraline on the list, but I did actually replace that with Trick or Treat initially. If I actually go back, then you'll be able to see. Like if I do an undo on my phone, you'll actually be able to see. So Coraline was on my list. I mean, again, like you said, the animation is beautiful. It's got great characters. I mean, it definitely is an all-around spooky movie. So I think that you hit all of that right on the head. But there you go. Now, can't be upset because I have now placed it back on my list in retaliation of ensuring that this is an okay list.
We followed the rules.
Yep, there you go. But I honestly don't. I don't sometimes, but it's fine. So I did now. Like I have resubmitted it, and I now have an A on my list. So I went from a B to an A. There we go, people. So I made Destiny happy. Yep, I did. So yep, Coraline. Okay. For me, Casper, the Friendly Ghost. I used to freaking love this movie. I had the VHS. I watched it over and over and over and over and over again as a kid. I thought the house was spooky, and the three ghosts that were like the villains, I just really enjoyed them as characters as much as I did Casper. I don't know why I always found because Monsters Inc., I loved Randall growing up. And in Casper, I loved the three. Yeah, I did like Randall a lot growing up as a kid. But yeah, I think that I just liked villains more like in movies, and the three ghosts in Casper, the bad ones were who I guess related to more. I don't know. But I still enjoyed the movie as a whole. I thought that the whole thing of a friendly ghost being in a house is a great idea. And it's just an overall good fall atmospheric spooky movie. So Casper, I absolutely love it.
All right. I have nothing to say about that.
Never have you ever seen Casper?
I want to say yeah, but honestly, if I did, like, I don't remember watching it. So I might have not. I don't think I've seen it, honestly. I have it on VHS though.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely gotta watch it. I mean, it's a great movie. Honestly, I
It
haven't
is on my
seen it.
list.
I haven't seen it in years, and I would love to watch it again. But yeah, I love it. So
All right. You ready to move on?
yep.
All right. So now these next three, these definitely are like my favorites of the list, and so that's why I waited to talk about them. So I guess for my third pick, I'm gonna go with Halloween Town. I love this movie. I don't think a lot of it holds up very well, but honestly, I don't really care. Some of the effects are bad, but some of the effects in Calabar's Revenge, which, you know what, I'll throw in 1 and 2 because I watch both of these every year. Calabar's Revenge, wolf, some of the effects are like actually atrocious, like jump scare bad, but I still find them to be charming. I love the characters. I love the family. The actual Halloween Town is so good. I would love to visit there someday, if it were real. And to visit anywhere that just has a huge pumpkin, like in the middle of their town, would be amazing. And so I really want to go to Salem because, like, this is like the closest I'll ever get to a Halloween town. So I really want to do that. Did the ghoul logs?
No.
I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm about to look this up. Anyways, but Halloween Town 1 and 2. I have not seen the third and especially the fourth one in a really, really long time. So that's why I'm only going to go with the first two. Because I watch them every year. Every year for the past, like, I think 4 years I've watched them. And I definitely watched them a shit ton as a kid.
The Halloween Town movies.
Yes.
Nice. Heck yeah. Oh, my list closed out of that accidentally. Whoops. Number 3, because we're on 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is going to Hocus Pocus, especially with Hocus Pocus 2 coming out last year. Honestly, I think I've already seen Hocus Pocus 2 more than I have the original Hocus Pocus, but I actually did like 2 quite a bit. I watched Hocus Pocus a couple times as a kid. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend I'm like a huge fan of it, but I do very much enjoy the movie. I watched it last year in preparation for Hocus Pocus 2, and I liked Hocus Pocus 2 a lot. I was one of those that was in the ball. Like, I was like, hey, I liked it quite a bit. I know that it's a Disney property, so I know that now it got a lot of backlash last year, like when it came out. I don't know if you noticed that or not, Des, but I saw some people just hating it to hate it because it's a sequel. But yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. So Hocus Pocus is on my list.
All right. And that is actually second on my list. Also, Brett, yeah. When you're talking about the gulags, they're talking about the things on Shudder. I thought you meant Gulag was a freaking movie, but the Gulags are not on my list. But I do like putting those on while waiting for the last drive-in. Love looking at the pumpkins. But yeah, Hocus Pocus 1 and 2 again. Well, now the second one will be added to my annual list. Last year we did watch the first and the second one, we sort of had like a family like get together, and we like had cookies and pizza and stuff like that to watch the second one, and we all wore like witch sweaters and whatnot. We were all very into it. My mom loves Hocus Pocus, absolutely loves it. And so it's definitely one of my favorites to watch every year. And I always loved Sarah Jessica Parker. I loved her character. And I watched pretty much it, which is like a YouTube channel. And him and his sister, they covered the Hocus Pocus, or no, sorry. Yeah, the Hocus Pocus movies. And they did like the second one. And she was saying how, like, if you're ever in a friend group, every friend wants to be her character. And it's so true because she's like the hottest one. Everyone wanted to be that character. And I will agree with that because look at her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you want to be the hottest one? Yeah. So, love Hocus Pocus. Very excited. That in Halloween Town, and then the next movie. These have been like movies I wanted to watch so badly, but I keep waiting to at least September 1st. And even then, I don't want to watch all my favorite ones immediately. But oh my God, it's taken everything in me to not just fucking watch Halloween Town because I am so excited. But I know it'll be worth the wait in 2 days. Then I will watch at least one of these movies.
Got 2 more days. That's it. So I've never seen Hocus Pocus 1 or 2. I'm gonna try and watch them this fall. They're definitely worth it. So
Oh yeah, and the second one. I thought the second one was cute. The ending, even though I did tear up a little bit, I felt like the ending might not have been, because in the first one, it's definitely more like edgier and like I feel like it takes more risk. In the second one, because like I think it is because like this is now like a Disney, sort of movie. It's very much it's more lighthearted, and it's not like you don't feel as in like, oh my God, these characters are in danger. Because like even though it is like a family movie in that first one, like that doesn't mean people aren't still getting like fucked up. But with the second movie, it's not really like that, like at all. It's very much more lighthearted, definitely way more like family friendly. There's no jokes about freaking yabos or anything like that, which I feel like that was missing. But also like you're not going to be able to like replicate like the 90s charm that movie had because it's fucking now in the 2020s. But I feel like some of the jokes that they made with it being 22, I thought it really worked. There's a lot of this stuff that like modern day stuff that I feel like they did a really good job with. Surprisingly, like a really good job that actually like made me laugh. But the ending wasn't my favorite, but overall, I thought it was a really cute movie. And I'll be watching it every year now. So definitely worth it.
100%. Okay, I have 2 more to talk about. How many more do you have?
I have one more.
One more? Okay, I have 2 more, and I'm okay. Your last one is number 2 for me.
You don't know that.
I guarantee it.
How much you want to bet?
I'll bet you $10.
$10. Okay.
$10. Okay. Your number 1 is Scooby-Doo 2.
Give me my $10 because my number 1 is Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. That is my favorite fall time movie.
Something. It's Scooby-Doo something.
I knew you were going to get it wrong because you assumed that one, because that is my favorite out of the live actions. But when it comes to fall spooky vibes, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Are you kidding me?
It's good. It's great. That's a good pick. That is good. And I'm starting to see the comments roll in. Ooh, burn.
Yeah.
You're both right. Yeah, it's Scooby-Doo something. It's something Scooby-Doo. How about we call it even and freaking just split 5 and 5? There we go.
Because those are different movies. What? Let's give each other just $5. It'll cancel out.
Damn, should have bet the Chucky popcorn bucket from HHN, Des.
Damn.
That popcorn bucket is pretty cool. I can't even lie.
I'll just see what I can do with my $10.
At Universal, not a whole lot.
Nothing.
So,
I'll just give it to someone.
I'm seeing Witch's Ghost is amazing. been in and out of the stream, did Destiny mention Hack-O-Lantern?
Not on this list, but will it be in my freaking Halloween horror movies list? Yeah. And I bet you'll never guess what number it's going to be.
Probably not. I'm done. You know what? I'm officially done betting. I'm done. That's it. I'm done.
Not a gambling man anymore, huh?
Nope. No.
This is my version of gambling.
Yeah. Whatever.
Anyways, you want to talk about yours first?
Sure. Yeah, because number 2 for me is Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. I fucking love that movie. It is one of those rare occasions where the sequel does, for a fact, beat out the first movie. And the first movie's good. I do like the spooky island. I like the story of the first one. But Scooby-Doo 2, man, is like, it's got the Tar Monster. And the Tar Monster doesn't have as big of a role as I would have liked him to play. But they have the Tar Monster. They have all of the iconic monsters from the animated series, and I absolutely love it. Like, I love the end when all of the monsters are like coming to life, and they're like, and he's like, we must remain calm. It's like, calm, Scooby-Doo, we must remain calm. I love that entire thing. But yeah, the movie, it's got, and the little skeleton guys too. Oh my god, so good.
So cute.
I love them. Yeah, just great movie all around. I like them both, but Scooby-Doo 2 for a fact beats out. And I'm so sad that I don't have the green covered DVD case anymore. It was always so easy to find in my DVD collection because of that green outline cover. So yeah, I love that movie. And yeah, that's it.
I do love that movie as well. I do.
Yeah, you're pushing your luck, Scoob.
Push your luck, Scoob. I absolutely love Monsters Unleashed. It is my favorite of the 2 live action. And I do agree with Brett. He said that the second one should have been the first movie and the first one should have been the second movie. I agree with that because I feel like, obviously, when you think of Scooby-Doo, like, you think of probably that original series. At least, like, that's what I think of. And for them to have a movie where they're giving you some of these, like, iconic original sort of like villain characters is so cool. It would have been nice to see that in the first movie because I feel like, even though, I mean, like, the reviews for these movies aren't great, but like, whatever. I still think they're both fantastic. But I think when you think of Scooby-Doo, you probably would think more of what we get in the second movie compared to they go to an island, which, to be fair, Zombie Island is kind of almost the same thing. They go to an island and then shit's going down. But the second one is fantastic.
Agreed.
Should I talk about my Scooby-Doo pick now?
Talk about your Scooby-Doo pick, and then I have one more.
Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite movies to watch as a kid. And this is like one of the ones I look forward to the most, like, every year when it comes to the fall time because I just love it. It's set in Massachusetts. It's like near sort of like the Salem area. It's talking about witches, of course, and then we see like the witch, and I love the witch used to kind of freak me out as a kid too. Her sort of like laugh when she's like flying through the air, scary, and she's throwing those sort of like fireballs. And we get the freaking Hex Girls. When I tell you, I was in like first or second grade and I had the black lipstick and I had the red lipstick and I was doing my lipstick like Thorne did. I was obsessed with them. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. They were one of my favorite parts of this movie. Yeah. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I think it is superior to Zombie Island. I think Zombie Island is scarier, but for the vibes, Witch's Ghost.
No, you're forgetting about The Legend of the Vampire, which is my favorite Scooby. Well, that and the Cyber Chase are my
No.
Cyber Chase is my favorite one, period.
I don't like that guy. He freaks me out.
That's the point. I loved Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I think, and it's even scarier today because of all like how our world is transformed into this big cyber network. And yeah, I think that Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase that's always been my favorite one. But the Legend of the Vampire was my second favorite. I always just loved the design of the vampire and like how he would come up in this cloud and everything. I loved that a lot. So yeah, Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire is
That's
my second
crazy.
favorite.
I feel like I almost never hear, like, usually when I hear people talk about their favorite animated ones, it is like the three that we mentioned: Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Cyber Chase. It's almost never really anything outside of those three, which, to be fair, there's a lot of those movies I have not seen. Oh, Alien Invaders. I do remember that one as a kid, but there's so many of them, and they're still, like, coming out with them. If you look on Max, there's quite a few. Have you seen the Kiss one?
Kiss?
Yeah, like it's Scooby Doo and Kiss, like the
I don't think
band.
I don't think I have.
You know, it's actually pretty good. And I think it came out like 2015 or something like that. And it should be on Max. That's where I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the one where they meet Kiss. It's actually so good. Cause like obviously they have like Kiss music throughout it, but like the animation for it is so cool. Cause they're in like Kiss World or like Kiss Land. It's kind of like Dolly's World, how it's like a music part all for Dolly Parton. It's like that, but it's for Kiss instead. Um, but the animation for it looks so freaking cool because it looks like a music video, like an extended, long, like music video. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually really recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good.
I'll have to give that a watch. What is your most nostalgic Scooby-Doo episode? Mine is What a Night for a Night and the Mummy episode. The Mummy episode is good. I will say that, but I mean mine is definitely it's the Tar Monster. I mean, I think that that's my favorite Scooby-Doo character ever. So, well, villain, I should say, ever is the Tar Monster. So, yeah, anything with the Tar Monster, you can count me in.
Um, well, my favorite episode is the Backstage Rage, and that's the one with like the puppeteer and it has like the dog and the briefcase with the money and stuff like that. But like the most nostalgic for me is definitely A Clue for Scooby Doo, and it's the one with the what are those people like the submarine? What are those called? You know
Which
what I mean?
ones?
He looks like an astronaut, but it's for the water. You know what I'm talking about? He glows yellow.
Oh,
Captain Cutler.
what's that?
Captain Cutler.
I think so. I think that might be him.
Yeah, but I don't know what those are actually called. Um, but it's when they go to the beach and they see it's this guy. A clue for Scooby Doo. This glowing guy right here. Yes, the scuba guy. Yeah, scuba diver. I think that's what I called him, like a submarine guy or something. This scuba diver. Mainly because like I can remember being um I was a child. We were at my mom's apartment. I remember like that's when we lived there. I had those like fake like plastic foods that you would like play with like your little kitchen set. I was literally like sitting on my floor watching my VHS tape, and it was one of those that had like 4 episodes on it, and this is one of the episodes. And I think the other one was Jeepers It's the Creeper. That was like one of the other episodes on there. But like I can remember like the intros because they did sort of like fake little intros with like each of the characters as if they're like actually talking to like a person. Um, but A Clue for Scooby Doo for sure because I literally like remember sitting there playing with my food, watching the show, and being like, "Wow, this is a really great moment," because it just felt so peaceful, just living my best life at my little apartment. Yeah.
Heck yeah. But there's one movie, it's really more of a short that is on TV every year that is just so good. I want to know if anybody in the chat says it here. It's short. It's 25 minutes. They have more than just a Halloween episode, but they have a Christmas episode,
Charlie Brown,
a Thanksgiving episode, and it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I freaking love this. I just love this as a whole. I mean, Charlie Brown, Snoopy, all the Peanut Gang and everything. Holy shit. I mean, I had to put this. I was honestly thinking of like where to put this, and I'm like, dude, this has to be the last one that has to get talked about. This came out in 1966. That's insane. And every single year, oh my, Brett, man, you've never seen The Great Pumpkin? It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. You have to watch it. It's 25 minutes. Watch it this fall. You will not regret that. I promise you. It's great. So, yeah, door closed. He's out. No, but yes, it's fantastic. I mean, this movie, it just reeks with fun Halloween vibes. For animation from the 1966 animation, it's great. I fucking love this short 25 minutes, and you just exit it with the biggest smile on your face just because of everything. The Peanut Gang is great. So
yes, very cute. Very cute.
Ray hasn't seen it either. Oh man. It is crazy. But guys, watch it. I promise you won't regret it. Message me on social media afterwards so you guys can just tell me how much you adore it. But yeah, Snoopy's another one of my childhood characters that I really liked as well. I have not seen the new Charlie Brown movie though, the live animation one. Not live animation, but did you see it?
No.
It came out in theaters I think 5 years ago. I think, what the hell is it called? Let me look. Charlie Brown movie. Oh, the Peanuts movie came out in 2015. Holy shit, it's been that long. I haven't seen that, but all the classic ones I have seen, and I absolutely I like each of them. So, yeah. But anything else that we missed? Anybody that you guys want to chat about here? Des, anything that you missed on your list or anything?
Nope.
No? Okay, cool. Those of you that haven't seen any of the movies that we talked about, especially It's the Great Pumpkin, give it a watch. I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that. But yeah, Des, anything that you got coming up this week?
Nope.
Nothing up and coming. Cool. For me, nothing for the rest of the week. I'm seeing The Nun 2 on Tuesday night, so you could expect my review to be out sometime on Wednesday for The Nun 2. That'll be right here on the channel. And then next week, I believe we are talking, it'll be a full-on spoiler stream for Dylan's New Nightmare, which comes out tomorrow. So next week, make sure you guys watch that. Then come on here and listen to us chat about it live. So that's going to be next week's. And yeah, anything that I'm missing here?
Don't think so.
All right. Awesome. Brett Man is saying justice for Nun 2. Well, you'll see my social reaction as soon as I get out of the theater. I promise you that. Brett Man, I really, really, really hope that that you are that you're correct on that. Quick Q&A, Braden. Des, do you have anything that you want to ask the chat here tonight?
Do I have a question?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you want to put me on the spot?
No, well, I was asking you first. I was being respectful, you know. What do I want to ask? I don't know. I feel like I'm put on the spot right now too. Brett Brandon, I'll think of stuff, and next week we will go ahead and get that started. I promise. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. We've been going past our time just a little bit. So yeah, with all that being said, everyone, post your guys' comments down below. Let us know, what do you guys think of our top 10 list? What's your guys' top 10 list for those of you that are watching or listening here in the future? Whatever your thoughts are, leave those comments in the comment section. We'd absolutely love to read them. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join this channel on its journey to 15,000 subscribers, and we will see you guys next week on Fear Freaks. Have a great rest of your night and week. Good night.